Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So as we all know that Lakshmi and Rishi are at the hospital after their accident that Malishka caused, and Rishi has already regained his memory and he has woken up, he has come out of coma, but Lakshmi is still in coma while Malishka is trying to kill Lakshmi. So in this update, you're going to find out how Malishka killed Lakshmi and got exposed. So keep watching to find out how. Malishka is working in the hospital with bloodstains on her face and her hands. Ayush calls Shalu and asks her to wave her hand. Shalu waves her hand. Ayush tells Shalu that he will come in front so that the truck driver will not doubt them. Shalu asks the driver to drive slow so that the guy behind them can follow the auto, and the auto driver says okay. Ayush follows the truck owner's auto and says, "You crooked, you will be caught." Sona thinks to talk to Malishka, and then she thinks that she should settle with the truck owner first. And at the hospital, Rishi tells everything that happened before the accident to the inspector. The inspector says to Rishi that this means that someone tried to kill you and Lakshmi on your way to your honeymoon. Rishi says a lady had come to kill Lakshmi even in this hospital, and says the lady is a suspect for me. The inspector says to Rishi that the lady is a prime suspect and asks, "Did you see her face?" Rishi says, "No, I didn't see her face." Virendra asks Rishi that, "Did you see the lady on the accident spot?" Rishi says no. A nurse comes there and tells Rishi that it is time for Rishi to take his injection, but Rishi says that he cannot take any injection because he has to go and search for Lakshmi. Kiran got to the hospital and sees Malishka walking towards Rishi. Kiran sees blood on Malishka's hand and clothes and says everyone will get to know that Malishka has murdered Lakshmi, and Kiran panics on how to save Malishka. Rano gets worried and calls Bani. Bani says we are going behind the truck driver who did Rishi and Lakshmi's accident. Rano asks, "Did you catch them?" Bani says no. Rano asks Bani to call her if she comes to know anything, and Rano ends the call. At the hospital, Rishi says to the nurse that I don't need injection, I am getting late. Virendra says the injection is important. The nurse asks Rishi to come to the ICU. Ayush calls Virendra on the phone and tells him that he will catch the truck owner very soon and he would expose the person trying to kill Lakshmi and Rishi. Kiran thinks of how to take Malishka to a changing room. Just then, a ward boy comes there shouting that a murder has happened here and everyone is shocked. The truck owner calls Sonal and asks if she has reached and brought his money, and Sonal says yes. At the hospital, Rishi comes back with the nurse and says the lady that was killed cannot be Lakshmi. The manager says we should go there and identify her first. Rishi says the lady cannot be Lakshmi and says you have taken swear from me that you will not let anything happen to Lakshmi. Rishi says I am alive and that is why Lakshmi will be alive too. Kiran thinks that she doesn't know what punishment Rishi will give to Malishka. Virendra goes inside to identify the lady that was killed, and Kiran thinks to call Sonal to help her as Malishka has killed Lakshmi. The truck owner is coming to meet Sonal and he gets down from the auto. Shalu calls Ayush and says we are on the way and we are keeping an eye on the truck driver. Ayush says we would follow him. Sonal gets a call from the truck owner and she asks him to come near her car. The truck owner thinks that Sonal is in which car and he thinks to wait for her. Sonal gets Kiran's call and Kiran tells Sonal that Malishka has killed Lakshmi and she will be caught soon because she has bloodstains on her. Sonal asks Kiran to do something. Kiran asks Sonal to go home and bring another cloth for Malishka so that they can change her clothes, and she ends the call. Sonal says to herself that Malishka has killed Lakshmi, but I have to save Malishka. Sonal says Shalu, Ayush and Bani, and she thinks that I should not be here, else I will be caught. Sonal leaves from there and calls the truck owner. The truck owner asks that where are you? Sonal says someone is following you, and she asks the truck owner to leave from there and call her after reaching a safe place. The truck owner looks at Shalu and escapes in the auto. Ayush follows the truck owner in the car. Shalu calls Ayush. Ayush says I am following him. Bani asks if someone informed the truck owner that they are following him and says that maybe that girl informed him. Shalu says how does the girl knows us? Shalu says maybe the girl knows us and they wondered who the girl is, not knowing that she is Sonal. Kiran asks Malishka to come to her senses and says, "Do you know what you have done?" She says Virendra has gone to identify Lakshmi's dead body. Virendra is still going and he prays that Rishi's trust should win and the dead body should not be Lakshmi. Virendra goes inside and finds Lakshmi's dead body and he shouted, "Lakshmi, my daughter." Virendra was about to touch Lakshmi's dead body, but the ward guy says, "Don't touch her. This is a police case." Virendra cries. Rishi is sitting outside and says, "That lady cannot be Lakshmi, and Dad will tell me that nothing has happened to Lakshmi, and he has gone and bring her." Virendra comes out and calls Rishi. Rishi asks Virendra that what happened, why he has tears in his eyes. He says nothing has happened to Lakshmi, right? Virendra says Lakshmi will not come back now because the dead body is Lakshmi. Rishi says the lady is not Lakshmi. Virendra says she is our Lakshmi and he hugs Rishi. Virendra says to Rishi that I wish that I would have done a mistake in identifying the dead body, but that is Lakshmi. Virendra says that girl did this. The girl who came here as the doctor killed Lakshmi, and Rishi cried. At the other side of the hospital, Kiran asks Malishka to be quiet, but Malishka keeps saying that she has killed Lakshmi. Malishka says to Kiran that she has killed Lakshmi. Rishi stops hearing Malishka. Kiran thinks that Rishi has heard Malishka and says Malishka did not do anything. Rishi sees blood on Malishka's face. Kiran says Malishka has not done this. Rishi asks Malishka if she killed Lakshmi and asks her why her hand and face has blood on it. Rishi asks if Malishka killed his Lakshmi and asks that what has Lakshmi done with you? Rishi says you had come here wearing mask to attack and kill Lakshmi. That means you did our accident and made us fall down from the cliff, and Rishi cries badly. Rishi asks Malishka that what has Lakshmi done with you? He says you have been jealous of Lakshmi since day one. Rishi says you took revenge from Lakshmi. Malishka says yes, she has killed Lakshmi and says Lakshmi has snatched my life, so I killed her. Rishi shouted at Malishka and says you killed me and not Lakshmi. Rishi says to Malishka that you killed my love and my life. I would end your life and I will not leave you. Rishi owed Malishka's neck to suffocate her. Kiran says Malishka loves you, Rishi. Rishi says what about what Malishka has done? She has killed my Lakshmi. Kiran says you are doing the same mistake that Malishka did, and Kiran pleaded that Rishi should not kill Malishka. Kiran makes Lakshmi swear on Rishi and asks Rishi to leave Malishka. Rishi leaves Malishka and says I left you because your mom made me swear on Lakshmi and says I promise that I will get you hanged to death punishment. Kiran is shocked hearing that, and at this point, it turns out to be Kiran's imagination. Malishka is standing in front of Kiran at the hospital and she asks that what happened. Kiran thinks that thank goodness that it was her imagination that Malishka killed Lakshmi and get exposed. Kiran thinks that Virendra haven't come here till now and she should go from there with Malishka. Virendra and the manager goes inside. Kiran takes Malishka to the room and scolds her for proving that she has killed Lakshmi. Sonal brings Malishka's clothes and thinks that she should go confidently as Rishi will not find out. Rishi sees Sonal and asks her to go to his dad because he went to identify a dead body. Sonal comes to the storeroom and asks Malishka to take the clothes. Malishka asks Kiran to relax and says nobody can do anything against her. Virendra comes out. Rishi asks Virendra to tell him that Lakshmi is fine and he hugs him and Virendra looks on. Malishka asks Kiran to relax and says this is not blood. Sonal asks what are you saying? Kiran asks that what is it then? Malishka recalls and a flashback is shown that Malishka was about to stab Lakshmi, but Lakshmi opens her eyes, shocking Malishka, and Malishka falls down and collided with the medicine tray and the syrup bottle falls down on Malishka. The medicine syrup splashes on Malishka's face and hand, looking like blood, and the flashback ends. Malishka tells Kiran and Sonal that Lakshmi did not die and Lakshmi has went somewhere. She says she was scared seeing Lakshmi's eyes, so she came out and Lakshmi might have left the place. Virendra tells Rishi that the ward boy mistaken somebody else as Lakshmi and says that it was not blood but syrup. Rishi is thankful that Lakshmi is fine. Outside, Lakshmi is walking on the road and she is very weak. Rishi is going out to look for Lakshmi, but the nurse stops him and says we cannot go and says what if anything happens to him. Rishi asks the nurse to let him go and fulfill his responsibility and she should inform the doctor also. Rishi stumbles and thinks that he cannot go out wearing this clothes, and he thinks to go to the changing room and change the clothes. Rishi goes to the changing room and finds a t-shirt there, and Rishi takes it. Ayush is following the truck owner's auto. The truck guy says he got saved and says if anyone follows him, then he will break their feet. The auto driver asks that where did the truck owner wants to go. The truck owner asks the driver to drive and says he will tell him where he is going. Rishi comes out of the hospital and breaks someone's car window and gets inside. He started the car by connecting the wires. Rishi inquires with the people on the road if they have seen Lakshmi, and he drives the car as nobody have seen Lakshmi. Ayush is still following the auto. The truck driver gets doubtful and asks the auto to speed up. Ayush understands and thinks to catch him before he shows smartness. Ayush stops the car before the auto and the truck owner runs, but Ayush runs behind him to catch him. Lakshmi is walking on the road. Rishi wondered where Lakshmi is. At home, Karishma asks Grandma to go and rest. Grandma says Rishi is fine, but not Lakshmi. If anything happens to Lakshmi, then what will happen to Rishi? Karishma gets irritated and Grandma prays for Lakshmi. Lakshmi is sitting on the side of the road. Ayush asks the truck driver who tried to kill his sister and his sister-in-law. Lakshmi sees Ayush and the truck owner and she hears Ayush's voice, but Lakshmi couldn't recognize Ayush. Ayush asks the truck driver to tell him who was that girl that tried to kill Rishi and Lakshmi. The truck owner says, I will tell you, and he runs away. Lakshmi leaves from there. Ayush senses Lakshmi's presence and shouted, sister-in-law. He thinks that if Lakshmi saw me fighting, then why did she go away from here? Rishi finds that the way he was passing has been closed, and he thinks of where to go. Neelam and Karishma are going to the hospital. Virendra comes there and tells them that Rishi is not in the hospital and he has went to search for Lakshmi. Neelam says, you lied to me that Rishi was at the hospital. Virendra says Rishi was at the hospital before, but when he found out that Lakshmi is not there, then he left to search for her. Neelam gets upset and asks Virendra if he would defend Rishi's all wrongdoings. Virendra says if I am Rishi's father, then I am Lakshmi's father also. I worry for both of them. Virendra gets the inspector's call and tells the inspector that until Lakshmi is found, then he won't be able to breathe properly, and Neelam thinks of how to throw Lakshmi out of her son's life forever. Alright guys, thank you so much guys for watching. I'll see you all again in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.